So this is your tier list.
Yeah.
And we're here to give our controversial takes and kind of
along with your tier list as
yeah.
well.
Yeah. We're just gonna roast each other.
Yeah, that's fair. Personality.
Okay, so you have a thing for, so you just want her to you just want her to step on you.
No, I never said those words. I guess I'll just start off with a little bit of an introduction. I'll introduce like the video, and you guys can introduce yourselves as well. Okay. Okay. Well. Okay. How do I start off? That's a very good question. All right.
Hey guys, this is so and so from such and such. I mean, that's how I do it. Hey guys,
I don't even start off my videos like that. But like, thanks for that, I guess.
Yeah, I guess and we're gonna do a tier list video comparison. Something or other.
Okay, yeah, that works. Okay.
Yeah. I'll say I am Ocean, a friend of these guys. Yeah.
Yeah, okay. I'll just start off. I'm actually very excited to do this video for the sake of March Caprice and for, Kingdom Hearts 20th anniversary. I'm here with two of my friends. Okay.
I am Ocean, a friend of these two. Yep. I love Kingdom Hearts. I've been in with the series since 2002, and I can't wait to do this tier list.
I'm Travis from Rebel Bout. I just dove right into discussion mode.
Yeah.
But yeah. I also have a YouTube channel. It's called Realm About. Good luck finding it. YouTube has practically buried the damn thing since I changed my name.
Okay, so as said, he's a dumb guy. He's pretty dumb. I'm gonna put him in
pretty aggressive.
C tier. I think that's really generous.
Really? That's generous?
He's really milk toast. Like I really don't care for him. Like he's okay. We've never got to see, him develop into a character, so I can't really blame him. But as he stands right now, he's like a D at best. But that's just my opinion.
No, like for me, C is kind of like the neutral zone-ish for me. I don't know about you guys how you did it, but like
they're okay. They're all right. You guys, you're all right.
You have a lot of faults, man. But like, hey, I like you. You're fine. Like, I wouldn't be caught seeing you.
Yeah.
I would not be caught seeing with you in public. But like, you're all right. Kind of like that. And then F is like, you belong to the realm of darkness. Get out of it.
Yeah, you're the worst. The way you phrased it, I definitely put a set in D. Like that's exactly how I feel about him.
Ocean, how about you? Like, where'd you put him?
I would say D. He's.
I do. Yeah. Wow.
Yeah, he deserves a D.
Two to one.
What's his name?
Yes.
Okay, so
Lexius/Alias.
Alias.
Yes. I liked him in Chain of Memories. I thought he had some good moments. He was pretty cool. I think he definitely fit in. Like, he's definitely better than a Sed. So I'd have to put him, like, just because we've already set a standard. I think I'd have to put him in B tier.
Wow, for Lexius of all people, interesting.
I don't know. I really liked him in Chain of Memories. That's really it. I'd put him in C tier, but I think he's better than a Sed. If a Sed were D tier, Lexius would be C tier. But
yeah. I would say I get that Kingdom Hearts 3 didn't give him any lines, but I still really love him in Chain of Memories. It showcased Riku's dark power, and he was the punching bag.
He just had a sweet voice actor too.
Yeah.
This is kind of like my reason. Like this is what. Wait, Ocean, where did you put him?
I put him above a Sed at least.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's like I guess we really don't like a Sed.
Well, this is kind of awkward for me then. I'm putting Alias in D.
I think I think all the foretellers have potential in the future of the series, but as they stand now, and I just don't care for them.
I would put him in A tier.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Wow.
Because I really like him as a villain.
I would almost put him in A tier. But because he's so overused and so overplayed, and like with each installment, his relevance continues to wane. I'd put him in B tier. He is iconic and he is good, but I think his relevance, and he's overstayed his welcome. But that's just me.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
So I would put him in B. Ocean said A. So what do you think?
I'm gonna put Ansem in C. It's kind of like okay. Here's the thing. Like here's the thing. He's a villain, right? And like Ocean put him in A. I'm like, wow, that's impressive. But like, here's the thing. He is also a villain. Look at all of the terrible stuff he has done to these people in the first game.
We might be looking at this differently.
Yeah.
So like, if you're gonna do like
Yeah,
a Batman tier list, do you put Joker in C tier? Like Joker as a character
There's a lot of bad stuff.
No.
great.
No, I agree. No, remember, my C tier is kind of like the neutral area. Like Ansem, like he's a really good bad guy and all that, and like what you said, Trav, like he kind of overstayed his welcome at some point. So like, yeah,
but he's still
he's kinda, like,
iconic,
neutral.
and he does have a Come Guardian. Okay, this is your tier list.
Yeah.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
Yeah, and your tier list is A, your tier list is B. Like I understand what you're saying.
Right.
but,
Okay.
like,
Okay.
this doesn't
I'm
matter.
okay. I
It
understand
doesn't
now. So this
Yeah.
is your tier list.
Yeah,
And we're here to give our controversial takes and kind of
along with your tier list as
Yeah.
well.
yeah. We're just gonna roast each other.
Yeah, that's fair.
He's
I don't
like
think it really overstayed.
a lot of these
mean-
characters, a lot of Kingdom Hearts characters have like they're just kind of like reduced to cameos at this point.
It's a Marvel movie.
Yeah, exactly.
Wow. Okay. So he's in C tier for Trav as well. Ocean.
Well, let's see. Ansem the Wise, Darkness in Zido-san. He honestly a very prominent role in Kingdom Hearts 2. But yeah, he kind of was an asshole in the second movie.
Yeah, and don't get me started with Days.
Second game,
In Days, like, oh, he told you how he felt, did he? Ridiculous. And nobody cannot feel anything. Man, shut you.
Yeah. He's what's that? A bigot? Yeah.
I don't know. I need to pull up the dictionary for that one.
These are just gonna get more and more controversial.
Ignore the second Anti-Aqua.
Yeah, ignore the second
Okay.
Anti-Aqua,
I like the twist of Anti-Aqua and her design, but I feel like she's not really like she was kind of just what's the word? What's the phrase I'm looking for? Just like they just did that out on a whim to really just like make a boss fight. It didn't have any real impact on the story or anything. I have her in D tier. I think her design and boss fight might push her to C tier, but I personally have her in D tier.
Interesting. I feel like everything that you just said is kind of like the opposite for me for the most part. Because here's the thing. Like, I understand why she would turn to the dark side like that. Completely valid character motive. They left her ass in the realm of darkness for like 11 years, so
she was
completely understandable.
Oh yeah, Mickey was a.
She didn't make that choice. She was forced. Remember, she got.
But okay, yeah, but like she accepted it at that point, and it stayed with her. So like, and like, yeah, again, her design's really good.
Say what you will, it maybe it had a slight impact on her character, more so in like the fragmentary passage, like because we had kind of like hints at Anti-Aqua, with the mirror and stuff.
Oh yeah.
So those feelings materialized, but it's like on the overall impact of the story, it didn't have much. Maybe more of an impact on her character, which I think you could probably make an argument for. So, in considering that, I would probably, in my tier list, I'd probably put her in C tier instead of D tier.
Okay, pretty neutral. As for me, like I'm kind of torn because like I hate to admit it, but you are kind of right about the whole. It did not impact the story that much.
Yeah.
At all. But like speaking for my preferences, I hate to admit it, but I'm gonna put her in A tier.
Why exactly?
Not
I'm curious.
Personality.
Okay, so you have a thing for. So you just want
I
her
know
to.
where this is going.
You just want her to step on you.
No. I never said those words. I did. Okay, no. My point about her motives, that's still valid. But I did not say what you said, Trav. That's coming out of your mouth, not mine. As for Ocean,
I read the subtext. Okay.
oh
Man.
good, you can read. As for you, Ocean,
Those thoughts are best forgotten, Xehanort.
Yeah, he's just like a more boring Terra, like a pre villain, Ansem Seeker of Darkness. Oh, why did you put him in F tier?
because like if you were to think about it, he's kind of like the instigator of like Kingdom Hearts 1 and Kingdom Hearts 2 and Days and all of that. Like, okay, yeah, Xehanort instigated, but he was the true instigator with the, he split his heart to create Ansem and all that.
That is true. He, I think that makes him a more interesting character than I gave him credit for at first.
But then we didn't really see the development into like why.
True.
All we've seen is like his actions.
Yeah, his actions. We didn't see his development. That's true.
Yeah,
that's true.
Yeah.
I also have him at a D.
Unless you kind of like
mystery behind it.
If you want to like read the Ansem reports, then maybe you can get some more development there. But I think he's fine in the D tier, F tier zone.
Anyways, yeah, anti-Aqua straight to S.
Yep, that's where I have her.
S tier.
All right.
Whereas some people might want anti-Aqua to step on them, I want a precious and warm, cuddly hug from Aqua.
Yes,
there you
go. That is why I'm putting her in S tier. I mean, if we agree on this, I don't think we really need to discuss too much about it.
Yeah, one of the best girls in the Kingdom Hearts series.
Yeah, the best. Sure.
That's where I have her as well, B tier.
Yeah. I think that's fine. I agree.
Yeah.
I concur.
Okay, this guy.
Axel.
What's his name? I forgot his name. Axel Lee. All right.
You're telling me you didn't get it memorized?
No, I'm afraid I did not.
Yeah.
I did not remember that.
We all know
blasphemy.
Easy S tier. Yep.
Woo. For me, honestly, I'm gonna rank him A for Axel.
What is it that's keeping him out of S tier?
I don't know. I feel like it has to partially do with the catchphrase. For being a Guardian of Light, he didn't. I know. Really...
Yeah, I mean, and he was kind of in the background training. Like, dude's a seasoned fighter. I guess. Yeah, and he can also Keyblade transformation, which I don't see. Like, not a lot of people do. Not a lot of Keyblade wielders do that. Terra, Axel, Sora. That's basically it. Oh, Master Xehanort.
It's adorable.
Yeah, if you look at his like entire development between like Chain of Memories and Kingdom Hearts 3, he's had like his motivations have changed. He's played like the both sides. He's one of the more interesting Organization 13 members for sure.
Has a really good death scene in Kingdom Hearts 2.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, but we all know death doesn't really matter.
Oh yeah, no one really dies.
Yeah.
No one's ever really gone.
Except Xehanort, but
and Ericus.
Yeah.
Finally. How many times do you have to die before you're actually dead?
Pretty much.
How many times we gotta teach you this lesson, old man?
I think Xehanort has died more than anyone. I'm just gonna have to put my trust in you guys with these characters because I have no fucking clue. I made a special tier called Who, and I put all the Dark Road characters in it. Who the fuck are these guys? I don't know who they are.
Ouch.
Yeah,
that's a bit harsh. I mean, like a lot of the Dark Road characters are very like caricature, if that's the word, caricature characters. Like they have this one trait you're supposed
to. They just kind of they lean heavily into their archetype.
Yeah, I kind of like that. Ouch.
Yeah.
Don't they?
I don't know.
Don't they all die? Spoilers. Don't they all die?
You should have said spoilers before that, but okay, yes, they do die. Spoilers.
Just mute me. Cut it out.
Cut it.
Do you edit your videos?
Yes, I do. Don't worry. Next up, we got the young Xehanort.
Young Xehanort.
Or well,
time is a cruel prison.
Wait, so would this version be like the Dark Roads version?
like the Dark Road
Yeah,
version
Dark
and like
Road, some
Then
of
I-
Kingdom Hearts 3.
Then
Yeah.
I leave it to you.
now we move on to Demix time.
Demix
Dance,
time.
water
that-
dance.
Come on, stick to the beat. I'm okay. This is gonna be a really weird seeing this, but like I'm gonna put him in B tier right next to Ava.
He's a
Okay,
fun character. I like him. I
he's a
swear to
fun
God,
character.
if he's the master of masters, I'm gonna quit. I quit. I'm gonna quit Kingdom Hearts.
Oh my god.
That's just lazy.
Honestly,
It's just lazy.
I really, as much as I love Demix, I really hope that's not the case either. I really hope Demix is like his own character. He's just kind of there. Lingering Will, the cooler Terra, S tier.
S tier. I have him in
Oh,
A
S
tier,
tier.
but I think
I
you
have
know
him in A tier, yeah.
he's
'Cause, like-
so overall we agree that he's like a lingering will Terra is pretty cool.
Yes, he's
Yeah.
like he's better Terra. He's the cooler Terra.
Cooler Terra.
A really
I think
well
is fair.
designed boss battle.
As for boss, okay, yeah, no.
I don't know.
boss fight-
I found him to be infuriating.
Except when we found out the Fenrir strat.
I didn't even use the Fenrir strat.
Neither did
managed
I.
to beat him. I managed
Oh,
to
yeah,
beat him
neither
through
did I.
sheer will.
Ultima
Like-
weapon personally, just because I like having that
Yeah,
extra
Ultima.
haste.
Yeah, the ultimate weapon
Yeah.
for me. Because like, yeah, this boss fight, he gave me some PTSD, but he had a banger of a boss music. So like, yeah,
Mhm.
he's up there. And then in like my favorite part in Kingdom Hearts 3, he just pulls up and goes straight for Xehanort. He
Yeah,
just, like,
he fucking-
no talk. He it's all action for him.
Yeah, he goes ham. I was
Yeah.
disappointed that he wasn't play. I was so hoping he'd be playable in Remind.
Yeah, in
Oh,
Remind.
I was
my
so
God.
disappointed.
That
That would
would've been
have that would have
great.
blew my mind.
Honestly, now that you said that, I'm thinking about moving him, but my screen's
Yeah.
frozen. So like, oh,
Uh-oh, technical difficulties.
yep.
Oh
uh-oh.
jeez. How does
Uh-oh,
that
that's
happen?
The better
That
luck
is
scene.
Trav.
Yeah, Trav. You can go.
I don't really like. Is she like? I heard. I think Ocean told me the other day she's just a nicer version of Larxene.
Of Larxene.
And Larxene is a bad bitch, and I love her. So because she's so bad, so Lorena is just gonna have to go, lower than Larxene just for that. I have Larxene in B tier. She's awesome. So I'd have to put Lorena. Maybe you guys. I don't know because like you would know her more than me. Maybe she belongs in D tier. I don't. For all I know.
Well, that's not where she belongs for me. Like
S tier? Okay.
Whoa.
I don't know her at all. So
I don't
like
know
what
about that,
what
Chief.
makes her what makes her S tier?
because she's a nicer Larxene.
So is it like Larxene like with this sassy attitude but she's nice?
She's not even that sassy. She's actually just a nice person for the most part.
So she's not even like the same person then. You have to be sassy. Larxene's sassy and mean.
Exactly.
She's got attitude and confidence.
I have her in B tier, man. I don't think she's that high. She's all right.
She's in
Okay,
mine.
like-
She's in a very special category called no-ish because I kind of know her because I know Larxene. So she's in her own special tier called no-ish.
Like, yeah, okay, yeah, she's like a nicer Larxene, and like I guess that's like kind of why I like that, because like look at this nice precious cinnamon roll. Do not let anything happen to her. Oh wait, look what happens to her. I guess
Protect
that's,
her at all
sad.
costs.
that's
sad.
my mentality. That's my mentality to that. So yeah.
I don't know too much about Ephemer. And that being said, I still put him in C tier. If I knew more about him, maybe I'd put him in a higher tier. But I thought he had a good cameo in 3. He does seem like a really nice kid.
Needs some help.
Yeah, oh my
He
god.
seems
that
like
was-
nice and all. I don't really know too much about him, and I still put him in C tier.
I remember that scene in Kingdom Hearts 3. Like I played the mobile, like I speed ran through most
That
of
was
the
such
mobile
a good
games.
scene.
Oh yeah,
Damn
the
triangle.
the light
and
of
then
the
all-
past, like
yeah.
it's so hype, so hype.
That is so good. And yeah, he's going.
I have him in S tier. Yeah. He's
Wow.
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
guess
he does.
again that just comes from my
Mobile game.
my lack of knowledge of the mobile game.
It's weird that it happened twice because he was Luke Skywalker. Look what happened to him.
Wait. You can make that 3 nickels because in
Really?
Batman Beyond.
Oh right.
He.
Oh my God, you're right.
Yeah.
Oh no. A 3-timer. God damn. He tried to kill Vin. So like
yeah,
really
his fear's got the best of him.
Yeah.
That
like with
like
Luke.
he had a moment of weakness, much like Luke Skywalker,
Yeah.
which is fine. Because like people like to pretend like Luke Skywalker is this infallible, perfectly moral being, and that's just ridiculous. But that's like that's a tangent for another day. I think I gave Ericus maybe a little too much credit. I put him in B tier, but I think
I also
like
put him in B tier.
yeah, he's a BC tier character, you know.
Okay.
Yep.
We can move on to Gula.
Gula, yes.
I put him in D.
Wow.
Again, like
where was this?
he just like he's like kind of. I like that he's kind of sneaky. He's got a little something going on, but again, like these characters are just pretty underdeveloped. But then again, I haven't played the mobile game, so maybe he's more developed in the mobile game.
I have him in B tier.
I have him in
Go ahead.
C tier. Okay, no.
Oh, so all of us different.
We're all kind of all over the place.
Yeah. Painter, all right. Roxas's close friend. Oh yeah, the kick scene in Kingdom Hearts 3.
Painter.
I forgot about that.
That was a good scene.
Yes, that was a good scene. If it landed though, Ansem would probably been dead. One less organization.
One less Seeker of Darkness.
Hermond.
I can tell you, man. Like I forgot about these characters.
Yeah, honestly, yeah. So that's why he's.
I put him in the who? Yeah.
Who?
Oh man. Ira, I have him in C tier. Pretty neutral about him, honestly.
Yeah, like a lot of the union leaders, minus Ava, they're all in C tier. Like, I find them, well, minus Envy again. Like everyone's like kind of an idiot, but like, yeah, that's why.
Yep.
Are you C tier as well?
Who?
Oh wait,
no.
Really?
D tier, D tier.
Oh, D tier. Okay.
Yeah, kind of up his own ass.
Okay. Oh, wow.
I think he let the leadership role get to him.
Really? Oh, I feel like Asad got his role over his head. If I'm gonna be honest.
Oh, definitely.
Actually, no.
But he was set up to fail. I mean, I guess technically they were all set up to fail.
Oh yeah, all of them. That's Okay, that's fair.
Yeah.
Ocean, you already know where this one's going.
S tier. Yeah, she's been in the series for a long time. Yeah.
You know, I feel like
I'm gonna get a lot of heat over this one.
See, I think you're right. I think a lot of people, because I just think a lot of people in the community don't really like her because like and it's not her fault, man.
Yeah, it's not her fault.
It's not her fault. I put her in A tier personally just because
I also have her
really
in A tier.
really underdeveloped, and I'm just kind of nostalgic, from Kingdom Hearts 1 and 2 and her lack of involvement in Kingdom Hearts 3 until Remind, of course, where she shined.
Yeah.
And then in all those side games, just nothing, man. She's just been so underutilized.
Yeah.
But despite that, I like her.
Yeah, honestly, yeah. Like, here's my thing why she's an S tier. Like, she tries her best, like, a lot. For the most part, she, like, tries her best to be involved. She tries her best to fight with everyone. Like, that's what I kind of, like, admire about Kairi, if I'm gonna be honest with you. Yeah. And she has her own game, which I will admit is
that's a stretch.
Kinda. Okay, well, a game. She has a game that stars her for the most part.
That's really generous.
She is part
Sora
of
comes in and saves her at the end anyway. She doesn't even get it's fucking bullshit.
That's true.
Okay, yeah, that's complete bullshit. I will admit that. Okay, the way I wish that would have happened, like it was all in her head, right? I just wish like it was kind of like, oh, she needs to feel strong. When does she feel strong the most? Who does she think is the strongest sword? And she just sort of manifests that image. I wish that's kind of like how it went.
Except
And so
right,
then
but it's not. He
it's
literally
not.
invaded her dreams from another reality to save her fucking ass again.
Oh my
Sora,
god.
Sora's inside me.
But yeah, I guess me and Trav A tier, Simray S tier.
Yeah, no, I
Yeah.
like her.
Yeah, no, yeah, she's a
She's
good
very
character.
likable.
I love her. And something about the red.
And they
hair
are,
makes
I
her
feel like
kinda-
they are genuinely trying to set her up for more in the future, which I appreciate. So we'll see
Yeah.
where it goes.
Learning
Yeah.
under Master Aqua, so yeah.
Oh, that's true. Yeah. So she must be learning the best wife material at this point now, right? Trav. Now we've already heard a little bit about your opinion on Larxene. So wait, where did you put Larxene?
Larxene's a bad bitch, and she's in B.
Wow.
She's solid B tier.
Awkward. I am putting her in A tier.
I have her in A tier.
Yeah, no, I mean that's not a
Yeah.
controversial take. She's just a fun, like
Yeah,
mean villain, you know.
The Mean Girls really high.
Bad girls.
Yep. Well, do you know much about like pre-Luchu?
I know somewhat about Luchu. I just because I kind of combined Luchu with Xigbar. So for me, he's basically Xigbar, but with like just an extra
He's also
level,
brain.
right? Well, with
Yeah.
with an extra level of depth on top of it. So I put him in S tier.
Luchu, really? Oh,
Luchu, the
okay.
instigator of, and you have to give him not only the credit for like Union Cross and Kingdom Hearts 3, but everything he's done as Xigbar.
I also
Oh,
have him
oh.
in S tier because of the Xigbar involvement
Yeah.
of his master plan, yeah.
So like
Just-
you're putting Luchu with Xigbar because of who he is.
They're one and the same person, but
Well,
so
like the way I thought Luchu was like kind of like his his back cover and Union Cross version, and because of that, I'm gonna put him in the B tier. Like
yeah, I was going post Kingdom Hearts 3,
that's
Luchu.
fine.
Same.
Yeah,
fine.
and
That's really
just
That's the image, so
just, yeah, just like just just like Madara levels
fine.
of like
Madara.
yeah
planning.
of planning and involvement. And he is kind of like a step of he was like one or two steps ahead of like Xemnas.
A lot. Yeah.
Yep.
Like
Yeah.
he's
Like, But this is like for me. This is like kind of like before the whole team. This is
yeah.
like
that's
yeah.
that's definitely like one way to
Yeah.
look at it.
Marluxia.
Lucia.
The final boss of Chain of Memories. Alright.
God,
I
that
will
game.
Yep. I will say I like his multi-staged boss fight in Chain of Memories.
Yes.
I like the
honestly-
design, the final form design, and there's a cool theory that final form is showing Strelitzia. So,
Yes.
I've heard
Yep.
of that. It's pretty cool.
Yes.
Umber's
so yeah,
dude.
I like him. The leader of the traders.
guys-
Marluxia's a really good
you
villain.
guys see my
I'll
kitty?
put him in A
Yeah.
tier.
Wow. Okay. Interesting. I'm putting him in an S tier because as much as I hated Rechain, his boss fight, like it really just has everything come together, and like his song's such a banger. Yeah, like he's an S tier for me, honestly. And I'm really glad they brought him back for 3 because he's a cool villain. He's like this calm, like bone chilling guy,
Yeah.
Unlike Lorium.
Trav.
I put him in B tier. I think he's a solid character. I think like his involvement in Kingdom Hearts 3 was like, kind of lackluster. And then his little death scene, it's like, wait, did he just go back on all of his ways? Like he remembers now? Is he good now? Like what happened there? Like what is going on?
Play the mobile game to find out.
Like, yeah, it's like what the hell? That kind of just dropped him to B tier for me, I guess.
All right,
I see.
SAB.
But he was fantastic in Chain of
Sad.
Memories. I really liked him.
Yeah. He was fabulous, if you will.
Both his boss fights are really, really good.
But
Yeah.
wasn't he had like 3?
I
I
meant like both of his data fights. Were really
the
good.
data. Oh,
But yeah, and then like his fights
Yeah.
in Chain of Memories were really good too. I feel like I should put him in A tier just because of all of his great boss fights.
yeah.
You want to change it to A?
Well,
It's not too late.
I mean, it is too late. I
Oh,
just
okay,
have
well.
I just have a JPEG here of of my results.
The master of masters, Mum, if you will.
Yep.
Immediate S tier.
That
I
S tier,
love this
yeah.
S tier. I
Just
love this
he
guy.
eats up every scene he's in.
Yeah.
And I think
His
Ray
lines are
Chase does a
great.
fantastic job.
Yeah, I love it. Like he's able to like switch between like being this joking guy to the serious guy to
Serious.
the
Yeah.
being manic and crazy, just like
yeah.
you don't know what he's.
It-
Yeah, he's fantastic.
Yep. S tier, dude.
he's basically like good cop, bad cop from the Lego movie.
Mhm.
He just switches so easily. Yeah, I love this guy. And the whole like remember that Keyblade does have an eye in it. My eye to be exact.
Oh,
so
you think that's gross, do
gross,
you?
do ya?
Nominate is a what was the phrase you used earlier? Like a cinnamon roll.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, she's
There's a
just like
cinnamon- Yeah.
she's precious. I feel like she's had like a lot of good moments in like Chain of Memories and Kingdom Hearts 2. But I feel like she's so underutilized.
In 3?
And just yeah, and
In general. Oh.
yeah, in general.
Mm-hmm.
And she's kind of just been like dead this whole time basically. It's I might as well.
Yeah.
I have her in B tier.
I have her in
wow.
A tier.
I have her in S tier. Like yeah, like you said, Trav.
Another
like,
SAB.
Yeah.
the
I
cinnamon
just
roll
feel
that
like
you must protect.
yeah. I just think
She was
underutilized.
that.
It brings it down for me.
Yeah. I guess one thing that could bring her down for me as well is like the fact I still don't understand her existence.
Yeah, it's convoluted at best.
Omelet.
Olette. Honestly, I just put Olette in the same tier as Hainer. Close friend of Roxas. Yep.
Like what was Hainer for you again? I forgot.
Oh, Hainer? Hainer was A tier for me.
Oh, you're putting her in 8? Interesting. I'm
Yeah.
putting her in like C tier, like below Hainer. I know, crazy. Because like I'm very neutral about OLED. Like she's a cool character. Like I like her, but compared to Hainer, she did not have like a lot of moments to shine throughout the series. So I guess that's like I'm neutral about her in that regard.
She is like a lot of female characters in this series. She's just there. I have her in D tier.
Ooh.
Does a whole lot of nothing. I feel like she does less than Hainer and Pence. And that's saying something because they don't really do a lot. They do stuff when like in Twilight Town, but it's not like they have a huge effect on like the story. I guess like I really liked them like Hainer and Pence in 2, but even Olette didn't fucking do anything in 2, and she doesn't do fuck all in 3. It's like just fucking just D.
Speaking of Pence,
she's like she's just like a bland roll as opposed to a sweet cinnamon roll. Fucking she's just dough, dude. She's just dough.
She's just dough. Oh god bless.
Baking
Poor
in the sun.
You mean the sunset, if you will?
Yeah, so still like lower than lukewarm at best.
Oh man.
She's
God.